ToyTractorTimes.com is at the 2013 Lafayette, Indiana Farm Toy Show in Indianapolis, Indiana, and we're taking a look at a 1/64th baler built out of brass, built by Mike Wadzinski. And Mike, I guess you'll kind of give us a tour of the baler because it's impressive.
Right, sure. This is actually one of the few pieces of equipment my father had on his farm, and the big feature that I wanted to accomplish here is to get a moving plunger that was geared to these feeder forks. To do that, there are 3 gearboxes used to turn the plunger, the gearbox here to drive this shaft, and then another set of gears to take the power from the shaft up to the feeder forks. So that was the big challenge with this project. First time I've ever tried to implement gears in a working way for a farm machine.
And what model baler is this?
It's a John Deere 14T hay baler.
Okay.
Some of the other features, there's a belt drive for the auger. It's contained in this shield. There's a service screw that I can take when the rubber band wears out, it gets brittle, I can take the guard off and replace the rubber band on that.
Just like the real thing, only smaller.
Also, there's I don't know if I can get my finger in here, but there's a release for this for the transport position for the hitch, and it locks in both transport and when you're hay baling, so it has 2 positions with this latch. The tines actually spin, so that there's 4 rows of tine teeth. The pickup head has a 3-position height adjustment, and the lever works just like the actual machine, where you have to pull the lever away from the baler and then pull out, and a pin fits into a slot to control it, the kind of index where the positions are.
That is just amazing. I mean, how many parts do you have in this baler?
498 parts.
Wow.
And I know that because I map out all the steps to make this thing, and just to stay motivated, I check off how many parts I've built and how many I've left to build.
So I mean, this is 1/64 scale. And I mean, how do you even solder the brass without burning your fingers, sir?
No solder. It's all, every joint that's either structural or moves will have a pin in it, and I use JB Weld, so it's all pinned.
Wow.
So make sure that none of these gears slip or none of these pulley wheels slip. They're all has an axle shaft with a pin through it. So it's a pretty robust construction. I'm impressed always with the soldering guys, but this is something I grew into, and that's sort of my building technique. So there's also a opening twine box. You put baler twine in there.
Wow.
And you see in here there's little gears for the timing wheel for the nodder. There's little gears even on the nodders. The smallest watch gears, they don't work, but they actually duplicate the little bevel gears that the nodders drive.
It looks like you'd have to know how to build a watch to put all that into it.
The rear hitch, it's got indexing hole and pins, so you can adjust the rear hitch telescopes. These bale chute, these little chains, they go over little hooks, so you can adjust the position of the bale chute to fit the wagon, or if you want to drop the hay on the ground or whatever. Another interesting feature, the PTO shaft articulates. If you look at it from the top, you can see where the tractor takes a corner, the PTO shaft is articulating. So that's kind of a cute little, a neat little feature that I've seen too often, maybe, to have that actual.
I've never seen it in 64th. That's impressive.
So that's.
I guess maybe we can switch sides here and take a look at the flywheel and the.
Sure, I can maybe reposition it a little bit.
Now the tractor is something you also have.
That was here. Actually, that was in St. Louis 2 years ago.
Okay.
And that won the custom contest in St. Louis 2 years ago.
What model tractor is it?
It's a Farmall H.
Farmall H. thank you very much for your time.
Thanks,
It's just,
Jason. Really
can't-
enjoyed your show.
we enjoy having you on Toy Tractor Times, and can't wait to see what you come up with next.